So we locked up the NFC's #1 seed last week, including the best record in the NFL. So this game here against the Vikings doesn't mean too much to us, which means the backups are in. So we're going to go take a look at the depth chart. Hopefully my changes from last night saved, and we don't have to go through all of this again. Good, they did. So Hendon Hooker starting quarterback here for us today, which is going to provide us with a chance to do something that we don't normally do, and that's scramble. Not exactly Jared Goff's strength. At running back, led by Craig Reynolds, Sione Vaki, who's been pretty much doubling as our fullback, is going to be RB2 today. Tight end Shane Zylstra is primarily the fullback. I don't know if he's really going to get much action, at least with fullback dives, but we'll see. Wide receivers, there's only 5 on the Lions roster, so Tim Patrick, Collie Freeman, and Allen Robinson jump to the numbers 1, 2, and 3 spots, and Jamison Williams and Amon-Ra St. Brown are still here on the depth chart, and they might see some time, but hopefully not much, and hopefully they'll come through this game all right. Brock Wright going to lead us at tight end today. Shane Zylstra is also going to be tight end number 2, and the entire offensive line, as well as all of the defense, is all backups. The only positions in which we're starting our starters is kicker and punter because we don't have another one. So the Vikings actually have not clinched a playoff spot yet, so this game isn't meaningless both ways. I'm not sure if they need this or not. I would assume that they do, or maybe they get some help and get it anyway. I don't know. Because right now in the NFC, there are 4 spots taken, so you'd think, and yes, that is the case, the 3 wildcard spots are up for grabs. So, between the Vikings, Eagles, Cardinals, and Rams, and I guess technically the Packers too, that's going to be the shake-up in this final week of the regular season. So, 5 teams competing for 3 spots.
Back in October, the Vikings lost their first game against the Lions. Can Detroit do it again? The answer comes your way next on EA Sports.
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
Sunday Night Football that isn't really Sunday Night Football, and the quarterback matchup that everyone wanted to see, Sam Darnold versus Hendon Hooker, is underway in Week 18. Lions, winners of the #1 seed in the NFC. The Vikings, a playoff spot to play for, so their starters are indeed in. I don't even think Madden sits starters by default anyway. In a rematch of what was one of our tougher games of the season earlier this year, the Vikings defense really did a good job against us, held us to one of our season low point totals. So here against the backups, who the hell knows what's going to happen, as it does appear that the depth chart changes have worked. Mekhi Wingo, the lead defensive tackle, to get this out wide to one of their tight ends. That's Oliver for a pickup of 2. Trey Lance, Stetson Bennett. Yeah, that's a pretty bad matchup. And if the Vikings can't beat this team here today, they don't deserve to make the playoffs anyway. Darnold back to throw. Chased down by Davenport, and Darnold just throws it away. Now, Marcus Davenport did start the season for us as a starter, but post-Sedarius Smith trade got relegated to 3rd on the depth chart for defensive ends. Darnold to throw again. Now he's going to try and run it, and he will run it for a first down and more, sliding down at the 49-yard line. Chased down by special teams captain Jalen Reeves-Maben. Got Josh Paschal, Malcolm Rodriguez on the defensive line. This is going to be a weird game. Darnold back to pass and down. No, he does not go down. Now he does. It's a sack and a loss of 13. Jalen Reeves-Maybin. Surprisingly, this Lions defense still making Darnold uncomfortable. And Aaron Jones is in the backfield on 2nd down and 23. And Jones gets the ball, and he's not getting anything. And look who made the play. A guy who I'm not certain has ever played for the Detroit Lions, Broderick Martin. He's been on the roster or IR practice squad for 2 years now. 3rd and 25. Darnold scrambling around, throws it deep. They got a man wide open. Oh, Melifonwu hits him, but Jordan Addison is down at the 19. That is 2 3rd down conversions already for the Vikings. 3rd and fucking 25 as Jones has nowhere to go. Brought down by Trevor Nowaski. We're going to see a lot of guys that we don't often see in our games. Nowaski's been on the roster since about mid-season, but really hasn't played. 2nd down and 11. Darnold back to throw again. Darnold. Oh, he lost the football! It is picked up by the Vikings, but it's 3rd down and 26. Easily a fumble. It will not get looked at. And the 2nd, 3rd, and a quarter of the field for the Vikings on their opening drive. Davenport makes Darnold uncomfortable, and Malcolm Rodriguez is going to come up with the sack to make it 4th and 35. Popular. So out of field goal range. After a near 5-minute drive by Minnesota, including 2 3rd down conversions. This one kicked away. We do still have Khalif Raymond returning kicks, as he is our primary wide receiver today. So we'll get our first regular season real look at Hendon Hooker here today. He's 3 of 4 on the season, 45 yards and an interception. Formula doesn't really change for us here today. We're still going to try and run the football a good bit. Craig Reynolds in the game to start out, and this offensive line that is made up of 60-some, maybe even a 70 overall, crumbled. 2nd down and 13. This could be a very, very rough day. Hooker to throw. He finds Sione Vaki. Makes it a 3rd and manageable from the 17-yard line. Madden Dane Campbell looks like he lost. Yeah, he's not as beefy as he should be. 3rd and 5. Zylstra has it, but short of the 1st down. Should have waited for Raymond. So 3 and out go the Lions backups. Jack Fox on the punt. Just about getting through this game and not getting any starters injured. And Kadarius Toney is a Minnesota Viking back to receive that fair catch. So a Lions defense that for the most part did a pretty good job. Just 2 big plays for Minnesota made things work. And here is Aaron Jones. 1st down up to the 47. Not seeing TJ Hawkinson in the game for Minnesota. Wonder what's going on there. Darnold on the move again, and he just fires it away. And we're lucky that he did that there because we had accidentally switched on to Emmanuel Mosley, left a guy wide open. Oh, wow, the Patriots didn't waste much time. They have fired Gerard Mayo. Wow. Darnold sets up a screen, and they got blocks downfield. Jones to the 39-yard line. 63 yards passing already for Sam Darnold. And that looked like a jump by Broderick Martin. It is indeed not ideal. How about the rumor coming out that teams want to trade for Kevin O'Connell? First and 5 for the Vikings. Fullback in Ham enters the game, and Malcolm Rodriguez with a nice stop. Lost it, too. And Rodriguez has been a big part of our defense, really all season long. Maybe third on this team in sacks, surprisingly enough. Darnold back to pass, fires it toward the sideline. And I don't really understand how or why, but we continue to get pressure on Darnold with the B defensive line in. Borderline field goal range as things stand. This is a big one here for the Vikings. That is caught, but it's 4th and 4. Aaron Jones with the catch. And it'll be the rookie Will Reichert. Straightaway shot to put the Vikings on the board. And he will. 3-0 Minnesota.
And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. And now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
All right. Figured it was a matter of time. But hey, the backups are doing an all right job. Sione Vaki on the return. Nearly got to the outside there, up to the 30-yard line. Well, we'll see what this Lions offense can do. Shane Zylstra is in the game at fullback. And Craig Reynolds to the outside. Craig Reynolds! First down Lions up to the 40. Our first down of the game. Back to throw is Hooker, scrambling around. Might be able to just run for it, and we can. 11-yard pickup, Hendon Hooker, and the Lions are at midfield. Sam Laporta has entered the game. That's not ideal. Here's Reynolds again. 8-yard pickup to the 41-yard line. This is going much better than our previous drive. 2nd and 2. Gonna throw that short. That's Shane Zylstra, who's been out all season. This is the first action he's seen. We just took him off IR. Lions first down to the 34, and here's Craig Reynolds. Couldn't hold the block there, but it is still a pickup of 6 yards to the 28. Tell you what, the backups are not doing that bad of a job. No gain there on that play. It'll be 3rd down and 4. There was an injury there on that play. Interesting to see who that might be. 3rd down and 4. Oh boy, watch out. Hooker got it away. But it'll be a field goal try for Jake Bates. Oh no, it was Craig Reynolds. That might actually force Jahmyr Gibbs into the game at some point, which is unfortunate. Bates kick. Up and perfect. We are tied at 3. Hey, maybe this game is the one that gets Jake Bates back into best kicker territory.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away.
Fox will send it away. Kadarius Toney back deep. Oh, bounced off a one hit. Good effort by Toney up to the 27. Long field upcoming for Minnesota. Both teams trading field goals here. Darnold back to throw, scrambling around, and he throws it away again. Mekhi Wingo and Marcus Davenport right now have been enough to make Sam Darnold uncomfortable, which is crazy. Darnold scrambling again. Derek Barnes meets him. I actually was able to switch to the right player. And only a 2-yard pickup on the run for Darnold. Now empty backfield again on 3rd down and 8. Nearly a wide snap. Darnold just going to try and scramble. This time he's got it. Thought we had a spy on that play, or at least somebody over the middle, but they didn't bite on it. Could also use your Josh Pascal a little bit today. Aaron Jones enters the game. Darnold fires downfield. For the first time today, they find Justin Jefferson. I was beginning to wonder if he was even out here. You'd think he'd be able to just get wide open every single time. Play action. Darnold wide open downfield. Touchdown, Minnesota. Sherfield.
Touchdown, Vikings. Trent Sherfield. Touchdown number 8 on the year.
That was Amik Robertson and Ennis Rakestraw that got confused, and that's about more what I would have expected here.
Statistical season. This is one of them. That last touchdown pass, his 30th on the year.
Got Terry and Arnold playing special teams, which isn't ideal either, but
And the lead is now 10-3.
just get through it.
There on that drive. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota.
Do our best to compete in this one.
Vikings boom it away.
Raymond from the 5. Khalif Raymond had a little bit of a hole, got up to the 30.
Pretty good here, right at the 30-yard line.
We'll see what this Lions offensive line is capable of here on a stretch run.
Able to get 3.
Vaki out wide, picked up a block, flag is down. That's coming back.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it.
Who done it?
But they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board.
Awasika.
Offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker.
Good.
They
Good.
want the ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6.
So make it first down and 20.
They're in a bit of a hole.
We'll have Khalif Raymond coming across the field here on this play. See if that works out. Hendon Hooker, odd play action there.
Chased out left.
Hooker gonna fire. Raymond, low. Low throw, didn't have enough.
These two teams
Make it second down and 20.
this year. They first met back in October, week 7, and it was the
All
Lions
right.
who got the road victory in that one, so they'll be looking to claim the season.
Thrown and incomplete.
And his throw
Tried to find Raymond again.
complete. And Khalif Raymond was the intended target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Might be able to get Tim Patrick actually
Vikings.
on a corner, depending on
20 against the pass.
what Gilmore does.
We can practice in. We know our
Going deep, Tim Patrick, it's picked off Gilmore.
Intercepted.
Well, that wasn't ideal.
Von Gilmore.
Gilmore to the 20.
As he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
You know, I'll tell you this. If we get knocked out of the playoffs at some point because we allowed Minnesota to get in, we might regret this. Darnold back, fires, has a man, Addison to the 4.
Way down inside the 5 to the 4.
This game might put Sam Darnold into MVP conversation as it's 10-3 at the end of 1. Second quarter begins, it's 1st and goal, Minnesota. From our 4-yard line, Darnold back to pass again. He fires, dropped, big hit, Derek Barnes. Oliver couldn't hang on.
He's the hero of his defense after the play he just made.
This defense trying to keep Minnesota out of the end zone, keep this game relatively close. Darnold back again, deep drop, scrambling around, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd and goal.
Good coverage yet again down here by the goal line. Everyone's blanketed, and he's forced to throw it away.
So what's the call?
Something on 3rd down.
3rd and goal, 4 yards to go. Darnold, pressured, Pascal hit him, and it's incomplete toward the sideline, and that'll force a Will Reichert field goal attempt.
Through the air, they force a 4th down.
Another big hold by the Lions' backups.
For a field goal try. This will be just a 21.
Reichert's 2nd field goal of the game is good.
And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3.
It's a great day to be a kicker, I feel.
They get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
Vaki on the return now.
First thing a coach tells
Sione Vaki tried to escape to that outside again. Similar luck as last time.
in 2021,
So Hendon Hooker back out, going to try and rebound from the interception, but we're going to keep the ball on the ground here on 1st down.
let him put some points on the board.
Sione Vaki, not much, 2 yards.
Sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard
Tim Patrick coming
line.
across. See if we can't find him. Hooker to throw. Got his man. Patrick hangs on. After a pretty good game, his first time out, I really haven't seen much of Tim Patrick as of late. Vaki on the run. Sione Vaki got 2 yards. No Craig Reynolds.
Modest 2-yard gain.
the rest of the way here.
From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's second.
Going to be interesting to see who the game subs in. Faki on the run again. Make it 3rd down and 6. You know, maybe Hendon Hooker can try a screen pass. 3rd down and 6. Faki got out there. Gonna have to cut that back in between some blocks. That's a 1st down. To the 39 for the rookie out of Utah. Maybe that's all we need to try and start to get Hendon Hooker going here today. Brock Wright. Short completion. He'll pick up 4. Already inside Jake Bates' field goal range, so that's good for us. 2nd down and 6. Vaki on the run. He's got the 1st inside the 30. All right. Building some confidence, running the ball a little bit better. On the throw. Low for Patrick, and oh my goodness, we're kind of lucky that wasn't a fumble. Felt like he had that ball for a little while and eventually falls to the turf. 2nd and 10 from the 28. Vaki on the run again. Sione Vaki with a move. He got popped, but it's 3rd and 3. Gonna have a chance here. Got to be in 3rd down and short situations here today, if we're going to be in any at all. Hooker scrambling around. He's going to get inside the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, Lions. Surprisingly not a late hit. Hooker got hit in the white paint. But that's just something that this team doesn't have when Hendon's not in the game. Watch out. Hendon Hooker on the run. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Hendon Hooker. There we go. Nice and easy. I don't know how we didn't get caught here. 86 speed of Hendon Hooker, just enough.
Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run. Now the try here.
Jake Bates, first PAT attempt of the day. Good. An 11-play, 69-yard drive with these guys we have on offense. Jack Fox sends it away. Lions back in it. Kadarius Toney to bring it back. And down at the 27. Not a great day returning the ball for Kadarius Toney. And if we could just contain the scrambling of Sam Darnold, you just got to feel like we'd be much better off here today. Play action again. They'll dump it off short. Jefferson doesn't get much. Meant by Robertson and Rakestraw. This is probably stupid. 2nd down and 8 from the 29. Press coverage with Justin Jefferson out there. Darnold on the move. Oh, if we just would have stayed where we were, we would have been able to pick that ball off. But instead, it's a 1st down to the tight end, Oliver. I thought he was going to run for it. 1st down, Minnesota to the 49. They go play action again. Darnold on the move. Down he goes again. Marcus Davenport. Good news. 2nd of the game for Davenport. 2nd down and 19. The gas defensive line already, though. Darnold back. He'll fire it short. Has a man in Chenault. Now 3rd and 13. Tackled by Jalen Reeves-Maben. Force a stop here. Start to feel pretty good. Darnold. Running. Throwing it away. That'll be a Vikings punt. Ryan Wright comes on. Boots it away. We're going to let that bounce. And that goes into the end zone. So 6:52 remaining in this first half. Lions with the football.
That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, run, pass.
Vaki first down. Picked up 4 yards. Just mixing up our plays. Trying to keep Minnesota guessing a little bit. Hooker got it away, but I'm going to make it 3rd and 6. Lucky that nothing awful happened there.
He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
So 3rd and 6, we're going to try and call the screen again. Vaki got out there. Vaki's out wide. Potential big play for the Lions. Seone Vaki will pass the 40 to the 41. 3 catches on 4 targets for 31 yards. Couple of them screen passes, and they both worked. It was better that time. We actually got some blocks out there. Previous screen pass, that hadn't happened. First down, a run for Vaki. We juked right into the tackle, and it's a pickup of only 2. Not going to take many deep shots today with Hendon Hooker, but we are going to take a couple. Hooker to fire. That's going to get picked off. Just lurking right over the middle, and that might be 6 points for Dallas Turner. It is. Dallas Turner with a pick 6. And an extra point away for Minnesota from leading by 10. Yeah, this didn't really see him. The good news about whatever happens today is that none of it matters. Will Reichert on. PAT is good. 20-10, Minnesota. Really going to have to be done on the ground here today if we're going to pull off an upset, if you will. Raymond to bring it back. Oh, geez, we've been so close to breaking kickoff returns really all game. But does that mean we're not going to throw the ball with Hendon Hooker? Of course not. Ah, boy. Ow. First sack of the day for the Vikings and a loss of 5. Vaki on the run. We actually picked up some blocks. 3rd down and 7. That's just fine. Oh, God. Jamison Williams is in the game. That's not great. Going to throw over the middle. It is caught. Brock Wright. We've also got Khalif Raymond banged up. Sub in Allen Robinson. We've only called 1 stretch run in this game. Got called back via holding. And Vaki this time loses 2. Dallas Turner looking like the player of the game here in the early stages. Well, since Jamison Williams is still in the game, we might just try and throw one deep up to him. Hooker launches. J-Mo incomplete. Broken up. Another Viking that's coming up with a big game here today. Stephon Gilmore already an interception and just broke up that pass. 3rd and 12. Williams has it. J-Mo out of bounds. If we lose Williams in this game, though, that's going to be really unfortunate. We just don't have any other wide receivers. We only have 5. Oh, God, Jahmyr Gibbs is in the game now. Gibbs cuts it back. Jahmyr for 7. Well, you put a couple starters in the game, all of a sudden things are going well. That is the 2-minute warning here in this first half, and if we play this smart enough, hopefully we score here on this drive and then start the second half with the football. Quick slant. Tim Patrick, a catch. Into the 19-yard line. We don't really want to chew clock just yet. Just play nice and slow. Don't need to do anything too quickly. Allen Robinson on the catch and inside the 15 to the 14. 1:24 to play.
And it's second down.
Just moving nice and slow. Hooker on the run. Hendon Hooker. I guess we're just going to score the second rushing touchdown of the game for Hendon Hooker.
With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in
Huh.
this game. And the Lions get a
Man, that's a nice luxury to have.
of the first half.
Can't do that with golf.
Decision right here, out of the pocket to
PAT by Bates. Lions trail by just 3.
It's gonna be all over. So he makes a decision to go and wins the race to the pylon.
A 10-play drive that time, and it was finished off by the
We do leave 51 seconds, and Minnesota has all 3 of their timeouts, unfortunately. So a chance for Darnold and the Vikings to respond after the return from Kadarius Toney, met by Jalen Reeves-Maybin. At the 27, they are allergic to returning any kick anywhere other than the 27. There's 99 other yard markers on the field. Darnold with Jones to his right, rather his left, fires Mosley with a hit on Addison, but a timeout for the Vikings as they're up to the 41-yard line. Not finding Justin Jefferson much. I don't know who's on him, but they're doing a good enough job for the most part. Dumped off short. That's the tight end Oliver. 38 seconds to go here before halftime, and now Minnesota will take the timeout with 35 seconds. Down to just 1 timeout.
Second down and 4.
Boy, what a big hold this would be. Darnold back. Looking around, Davenport was coming in there. Darnold smartly throws it away again, but 30 seconds now. And it's 3rd and 4. Now, I don't know how aggressive we really should be if we force a stop here, but we do have all of our timeouts, so we can maybe take a shot, see what happens. Darnold to fire. It's picked off! Brandon Joseph, who's not even on the team anymore, with the interception. And to the 42-yard line, a ball that sailed on Sam Darnold. So all 3 timeouts. Jamison Williams in the game. Robinson pressed as well. Just going to throw that short. Sione Vaki off his hands. All because of your arrival, surely. Yeah, press coverage again. It's like the same defense. Vaki, open, over the middle. Hendon Hooker found him, and down to the 10-yard line. Timeout Lions. Forget tying the game. All of a sudden, we can take the lead. I feel like every shot has to be to the end zone here, or at least to the sideline. Hooker scrambles, throws it away, 9 seconds. That's the thing. We got to be able to come away with a tie.
If it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So
motion man. Vaki. Wide open end zone. Tim Patrick to the 1. 1 timeout remaining for the Lions. 5 seconds. And yeah, QB sneak would make a lot of sense because we can stop the clock on 4th down anyway. We got Shane Zylstra in the game at fullback, so QB sneak by Hendon Hooker feels like the smartest play, and that's a Lions touchdown. The 3rd rushing touchdown of the game for Hendon Hooker. Well then. And we get the ball to start the second half. What a disaster for the Vikings, who need this game to make the playoffs.
Extra point forthcoming.
Uh-oh. I'm sorry, Jake Bates. I'm sorry, Jake Bates. That's our first PAT miss of the entire season. That's dumb. We're going to kick this deep. I'd rather have prevent defense out there if the Vikings want to take a shot. Doink. 4 seconds. And they're going Hail Mary. Interesting. Can Sam Darnold throw the ball 75 yards? Maybe they're just hoping for a PI. Darnold scrambling around. He throws it deep. It is caught by Jefferson, but down, and that's halftime. Oh, my God.
To it. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, and that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, we head south to Texas to check on the Cowboys at home at AT&T Stadium, and they have the lead over the visiting Washington Commanders at halftime. 2 touchdown passes there for Dak Prescott. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world. See what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And this one going the visitors' way as the Texans have the lead in that one. Nico Collins, a touchdown reception.
The halftime focus on Hendon Hooker. 3 touchdowns on the ground, yes, but also the 2 interceptions, including the pick 6. As Collie Freeman is back in the game and returns it to the 32-yard line. Lions start this second half with the ball up 3. After a late first half collapse by the Minnesota Vikings. And we'll see if Sione Vaki, as actually Craig Reynolds is back in the game, are able to maybe just pound the rock here. Reynolds, Met, does fight forward for 3 yards. Not bad. But hey, we did find a little bit of something in the passing game late in that first half, so maybe it's the way to go for us. Hendon Hooker trying to run it, ran into our own guy. No gain on the play. I think we were hit hard by Dallas Turner. It's 3rd down and 7. They've got a double team on Tim Patrick. Thrown wide open. Robinson to the 40. Allen Robinson coming open. But a tough guy to find here in this game. Big passing play for Hendon Hooker. Now Reynolds following Zylstra. He got 8. I mean, this doesn't make any sense. 2nd down and 2. Brock Wright, short one, 1st down. Apparently that's all we needed to do. Just play smart, take what we can get. Don't take any massive hits or anything like that. Reynolds looking, dancing around, finding a hole somehow and picking up 4 yards. Surprising effort by the backups. 2nd and 6. We're going to throw that a little bit behind the defender there. Vaki could not hang on as Gilmore was in on that again. Field goal range to make it a 6-point game, so don't do anything too stupid here. Raymond has it. Did not pick up the 1st down. Well, I didn't really want to do this today, given that it's our 3rd-string tight ends, Shane Zylstra, playing fullback with an offensive line that can't be trusted. But here we go. On the tight end dive, we got it. That works even we got backups in. The drive continues. Lions to the 14.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Vaki open on the play. Vaki to the 1. The 5th catch for the rookie. And Hendon Hooker's got 200 yards. I said we were just going to come out here today and have some fun in this game, and that's what we're doing, but it's also proving to be somehow, at least for the moment, winning football. 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Craig Reynolds, the single back. Reynolds, touchdown. Extra point away from a 10-point Lion lead.
His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter.
Opening kickoff is taken for 6. However, a little dicey to get there as we get a little retribution there for Jake Bates. We make that one. That stinks, man. I hadn't missed a PAT all year. Week 18. Been money with Bates. Tony from the 4. Now this Vikings offense really going to have to do a better job of putting the ball in the hands of their best player, Justin Jefferson. They really haven't done that. The majority of his receiving yards were on the Hail Mary there in that first half. Darnold dropping back, chased by Davenport. Down he goes. 3rd sack of the game for Marcus Davenport. Now, I don't know who that right guard is that they got lined up across from 92, but he can't handle it. Not sure if it's an injury thing, but he can't do anything. He can't even stop Mekhi Wingo. Did that time. Short one, Oliver. Popped by Derek Barnes. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Minnesota needs this. Darnold fires. They got a wide open Jordan Addison, who steps out of bounds at the 45. All right. Our secondary has been questionable really all game. A handoff, Aaron Jones. Met by Barnes. Pickup of 7. Yeah, we did. Craig Reynolds touchdown to start this second half. Darnold fires over the middle. He's got his man. Sherfield's 2nd catch, I do believe, on the night. The other being the touchdown, Minnesota's 1st. Sam back to fire over the middle. Big hit by Melifonwu, but Oliver hung on. You can't time a hit much better than that. Good Lord. Jones, the handoff. He should have gone backwards. He still does. They have not ran with Aaron Jones much here today. Maybe we're seeing why, because he can't even really beat the Lions' backup defense. Loss of a yard, 2nd and 11 from the 19-yard line. They pitch it to Jones. There's immediately a flag down. A tackle from Brandon Joseph. That's holding on the offense. So 2nd and 21 or 3rd and 12. I think I'm going to take 3rd and 12. I was going to send some pressure. Probably not the smartest thing. Here we go. 3rd down and 12. Low throw and incomplete. Addison got tied up with Emmanuel Mosley. And a field goal try to make it a 7-point game. Reichert, 3 for 3.
And this is back down to a 7-point game. So the response to that touchdown
pretty much got what we wanted, though.
In the 3rd quarter, look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right.
Yeah. You had him 3rd down, past the sticks anyway. We were feeling pretty confident. Even though the Vikings did convert on a 3rd and 25 a little bit earlier. Raymond, I thought that ball came out for a second only to the 23. Not really. Will Reichert is a tremendous rookie kicker for Minnesota. He would have been good from wherever.
It's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today.
Well, try and keep the ball on the ground here. Get us closer here to the 4th quarter. Craig Reynolds on the run. Not much, but 3 yards. 10 carries, 40 yards for Craig Reynolds, who did miss most of the first half with an injury. 2nd and 7. Hendon Hooker tried to launch one deep, got hit as he did. It'll be 3rd down and 7.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the
looking for Raymond or Brock Wright here.
Hooker
And we're going to find neither. 3 and out go the Lions as the Vikings pass rush got the Hendon Hooker a little bit too early. Jack Fox sends it away. Minnesota playing the coverage on the punt. Terrion Arnold tied up, and Tony on the return, but Carlton Davis, one of our starters who's been relegated to special teams here today, in there on the stop. That would usually be Emmanuel Mosley's spot.
And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Vikings on the run. Jones, nothing.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run.
Broderick Martin again, who we've said his name more than I would have expected that we would have. 3.5 to play in the third. Play action. Darnold fires it deep. Oh! I think 2 Lions got a hand on that, Mosley and Melifonwu, and it falls incomplete. An ill-advised deep shot for Darnold. And we got Davenport lined up on that right guard again. Davenport trying to fight free. Eventually he does, and Darnold just fires it away. And Marcus Davenport is proving to be the defensive player of the game for Detroit. I mean, that's also by choice in a way, too. The Vikings have just not really ever tried to establish the run here in this game. Raymond, I really shouldn't return this, but we are. Don't get anything to the 20. Lions set up. Hopefully getting this to the fourth quarter this time. Reynolds, a little bit of a hole, picked up 5. And Raymond is down again, which is not good news. Khalif has been down a couple times today, but to the sideline again, so hopefully okay. That is our primary kick returner, so it'll be a tough loss. On the throw, it is caught. Allen Robinson. Good pickup and a first down. It's the only Vaki who's gotten the primary workload with Reynolds' injury back in the game. Vaki got a good secondary block, got popped, but picked up 4 yards. High re-injury risk again for Khalif Raymond. I substituted him the first time. Hopefully it listens the second. Second down and 6. Reynolds. Yard shy. 12 carries, 50 yards for Craig Reynolds here in this Week 18 matchup. Surprised Minnesota isn't playing up on the line a little bit more. Vaki, first down. Well, we'll be able to get this to the fourth quarter if we so desire. Couple plays here. Probably going to keep it on the ground both times. Reynolds, a run. Nice hole. Sunday's been good. I don't know why I waited to the final week of the regular season to make an intro for when the Lions wear black, but I finally did that. Watch some NFC South chaos. Reynolds again. Met. Gained a yard, but that'll be the fourth quarter. Lions are up by 7. They'll have a 3rd and 4 to try and keep this drive alive and maybe extend this lead a little bit further. Tried to play spoiler to the Bucks. 3rd down and 4. Lions trying to keep the drive alive. Vikings do not bring pressure, and we didn't get a block. Looked like Christian Mahogany just kind of left Reynolds there out to dry. Jack Fox angles this one toward the sideline. It will be caught by Tony. Return. Big hit, Terrion Arnold. Long field upcoming for the Vikings, down 7. Jones in the backfield. Jefferson on Amik Robertson. Here's Jones. Flag is down. Jones has slipped a tackle from Davenport. Let's see what the penalty is. Vikings are backed up even more. 1st and 19 from their own 9.
That one, Charles, against the center.
Holding on the center. Vikings have been in long yardage situations really all day. Darnold flings this one out. Mosley couldn't bring his man down. Rakestraw there to meet him. It's a 5-yard pickup to the 14-yard line.
Second and 14.
And now Darnold back to throw again. Over the middle, he's got his man.
That's complete. Yeah, that's good for a gain.
3rd down and 8 upcoming. Going to be interesting to see the Vikings strategy if they are unable to pick up this first down here on this play. Davenport trying to fight free. Doesn't. Somebody got in there, and I think it was Mekhi Wingo. It was. It is 4th down, and Minnesota brings Ryan Wright on to punt. Good boot. Vaki, we'll call a fair catch at the 36-yard line. That's fair.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Reynolds on a 1st down run, just looking to get what we can, and apparently that's nothing. I think in a situation like this, a game like this, shoe clock isn't a bad idea. 2nd and 10. Over the middle. Wide open Robinson. It's a pickup of 5 to the 42. Hendon Hooker put one on the money and pick up a 1st down here for Detroit. Oh, it's going to be a dangerous ball. It's picked off. Wright couldn't bring him down. Hendon Hooker makes the tackle on his own interception. His 3rd of the game, and Byron Murphy got it.
Year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball. No doubt about it.
Well, Lions defense. Tall order ahead of him. Darnold, sidearm throw! Oh, nearly picked off by Terrion Arnold. No idea what he's doing in the game, but nearly made a play for us. 2nd and 10. It was off the rookie in Terrion Arnold's hands. Darnold, back! Down he goes! Malcolm Rodriguez again. 3rd down and 19. 6 Detroit sacks today. That is a big, big surprise. 3rd and 19. They double-team Pascal. Darnold takes off. IRL, that's a late hit, but it's 4th and 14, and Minnesota set to punt again. Now, I do believe there is a path for Minnesota to get into the playoffs even with a loss here today. But we're going to hope that that's not the case, as that it's just into the end zone. Both of their guards are surprisingly terrible. I don't know if they're dealing with injuries or what, but other than their guards and Hawkinson, I think they're running full strength today. Reynolds up the middle. Big hole. Craig Reynolds past the 30. To the 32-yard line. 62 yards for Craig Reynolds. Kill as much clock as we can. Reynolds again was going to go out wide. We'll pick up what we can over the middle, and that's 5 yards. Up to the 37. How about making field goal range this time? It could. That would be huge. That would be huge, but big goal here on this drive, kill clock. Right now, we're doing a little bit of both. 2nd down and 5. Reynolds, big hole up the middle again. Craig Reynolds to the 50. 86 yards on the ground for Craig Reynolds. Probably a mistake, but we're not going to do anything too stupid here. Caught by Allen Robinson and a pickup of 8 yards. Bordering on field goal range already. Sione Vaki will enter. Vaki out wide. Vaki picked up some blocks. And inside the 35 to the 34. Clock continues to run. And And the Lions are in field goal range to make it a 2-score game with just over 6.5 to play. Faki was contacted there, ended up picking up a yard somehow there. And here's 2nd and 9. Faki again, delayed handoff. Sione Faki, 3rd and inches, with now 6 minutes to play. Minnesota defensively has got to make a play here. Force us into a field goal situation, and they cannot. 1st down, Lions to the 21. I want to say we've already tied the point total we had in the first matchup of the year with Minnesota. Here's Reynolds again. Craig Reynolds. 9 more, and he's bordering on a 100-yard game. And I'd actually love to slow this down to kill more clock, but Minnesota's just getting chunk played right now. And there's Reynolds again. It's 1st and goal. 21 carries, 102 yards, and a touchdown, despite missing most of the first half. Not so much. Reynolds on the ground. Reynolds pushed forward to the 2. I mean, I really don't want to give the ball back to Minnesota, let them have any bit of life, but I mean, they haven't really shown a bunch of life all game long. 2nd and goal. And in the air, odd tackle animation. Reynolds gets down to the 1-yard line. We're going to continue to try and get Craig Reynolds a touchdown. 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line. We don't get it. It'll be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Reynolds didn't get it. Well, I'm thinking that the move here is to QB sneak it. If we don't get it, Minnesota's got a 100-yard field. If we get it, great. That's probably game. In a game that doesn't mean much to us, you take a risk like this. 4th and goal from inside the 1. Hooker, touchdown. 4 rushing touchdowns for Hendon Hooker. And the backups might just spoil Minnesota's season.
And the Lions have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here this 4th quarter.
That is a big, big surprise. Bates will kick it. It's up and good, 37-23. 14 plays, 81 yards, 8 minutes off the clock. Fox will kick it off. Tony from the 6. Down he goes, and a tackle by guess who? Guy who's had a great day, Sione Faki. Sam Darnold and the Minnesota Vikings, their season potentially on life support. Thrown short. Tony, his first catch of the game. Timeout. Already? I mean, you can't have a play that only goes for 7 there. Over the middle of the field, no less. Sam Darnold back to fire. They go over the middle again. They're probably going to have to burn another timeout. They go hurry up. 3rd and 2. Darnold fires out wide. Jefferson. 1st down and out of bounds. 2 timeouts remaining for the Vikings.
It's 1st and 10.
Darnold over the middle. They got a wide open Kadarius Toney, who stays on his feet. Eventually hauled down by Emmanuel Mosley, and then they burn timeout number 2. What in the hell is this? First down from the 26. Minute 18 to go. Vikings down big. Oh, man. That nearly got picked by Derek Barnes. No timeout taken by Minnesota. Darnold back to fire again. They go over the middle again. It's Jones. 3rd down and 3, and they burn their final timeout. This has been some decision-making. I mean, unless they score a play here on this play, I mean, my God. They'll get a 1st down, just barely. Oliver, the tight end, who's had a nice game. Timeout save. That's what they should have been doing the whole time. Save your timeouts for the potential game-tying drive. Darnold, back. Scrambling, fired it away. 42 seconds.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath.
Yeah, that's what it's probably going to come down to is the onside kick, let's be honest. They got to get there first, though. Darnold has a man. That's Jefferson out of bounds. 3rd and 5 from the 10.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down.
Guess we're using Broderick Martin. Darnold to fire. Darnold to scramble. Knocked away. And it's Rakestraw. What a play by the rookie. 4th and the game for the Vikings. We're going to put a spy on. Aiden Hutchinson is entered. Oh, no. Oh, God. Hutchinson just got pancaked. Oh, my goodness, it's caught, but not enough. The Vikings are dealt a huge playoff blow, losing to the Detroit Lions backups. I get that the Vikings weren't at full strength either, but the play calling in this one was just flat out bizarre. No timeouts for Minnesota, so we can nail this thing down. And we will move on to the playoffs. Hendon Hooker will drop to a knee. 37-23 the final score. Lions, 2024 regular season, 15-2. That's just an unbelievable season with some really bizarre losses along the way. We lost to the Colts and the Titans. The Titans just earned the #1 pick today, and the Colts missed the playoffs. Make it make sense, but we move on to the playoffs. We'll see you in a couple weeks after we enjoy our lovely first-round bye.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and a little bit of a surprise they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future they've got work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
All right, the playoff bracket. Unfortunately, we did not knock the Minnesota Vikings out of the playoffs. However, we did knock them down from the 5 seed to the 7, which means they have a date with the 49ers. So if they play anything like they did against San Francisco, that is not going to go all that well for them. However, it is looking like that we're going to get a team in which we've already beat. Although, to be fair, we've beaten every single one of these teams in the playoffs, other than the Eagles. We didn't play the Eagles. But we beat the Niners in a really close game. We beat the Vikings twice. We beat the Cowboys and the Rams early in the season. We beat the Buccaneers. I mean, you can't get much more confident than that. You see the playoff bracket, and you've beaten just about everybody in it. But entirely different scenario now. But we have home field advantage all throughout the playoffs, so that's good. Over on the AFC side, the Chiefs are the 1 seed. Who could have guessed? Baltimore as the 2 seed is not surprising, but look who has made the playoffs in my franchise for the 2nd straight season. The Las Vegas Raiders, who we played in the Super Bowl last year, which is just flat out bizarre. I don't know what is going on with Las Vegas, and they always seem to simulate well. Makes no sense. The Buffalo Bills take on the Cincinnati Bengals in the 3-6 matchup in the AFC. And the Jags have made the playoffs, won their division no less. And they take on the Chargers, who are the highest of the wild cards. So, not so much chaos over here on the NFC side. I mean, Lions winning their division, you would have expected that. At the start of the season, with a fully healthy Niners team, that makes total sense. The Cowboys had big aspirations. They're a highly ranked team. The Buccaneers won a terrible NFC South. The Eagles being relegated to the wild card by Dallas again is a little bit of a surprise. But then, I mean, Minnesota is really the only surprise in here, but you look at what Minnesota's done IRL this year, it's not. This side of the bracket makes sense. This one over here, where the Raiders and the Jags are in the playoffs, is flat out bizarre. Like Cincinnati, okay, yeah, they're extremely talented. They just couldn't put it together this year. I don't know if their hopes are entirely dead as of yet. I haven't been keeping up with that game. But the Jags, I mean, nobody expected the Jags to do shit this year in an admittedly bad division. And there's not even a Houston Texans team. The Texans aren't even here. What the fuck? But that's the playoff bracket. You know what? I guess we'll leave it a surprise as to who comes through in this Vikings-Niners matchup. Will I get Ohio Stated again in... We would have to play the Vikings then 2 straight weeks. Now, granted, at least this time, we wouldn't have to play them a 3rd straight time. But maybe the Vikings make the playoffs just barely and find a way to knock us off of the divisional round. Who the fuck knows? But like I said, they're a tough team. They're a very, very tough team. In that first matchup we had with them. In fact, let's go over to our schedule and just kind of look at the results of this regular season. Preseason, there was that. That Rams game, early on in the season, it was really, really tough sledding. There were a lot of games. Rams, Bucks, those were close games. We just pulled away late. The Cardinals took overtime. That was a blast. Crushed the Seahawks. Geno Smith threw like 5 interceptions. Dallas, really tough game. And yeah, see, we only scored 30 points against Minnesota the first time around. That was with all the starters in. Strange game. We lost to the Titans. That was in overtime as well. Beat the Packers. Beat the Texans pretty handily. Beat the Jags, who were a playoff team. Lost to the Colts in a game that will never make any sense to me. Destroyed the Bears on Thanksgiving. Destroyed the Packers on the Thursday following. Close game with the Bills all throughout. Came away with the plays late. Even the Bears, the second time around, played us very, very tough. Niners was close all throughout, and then this game was just an absolute shit show. But what a crazy season. What a very, very strange season this was. A lot more obstacles than last year. And, I mean, the slider changed mid-season, right at... when did we change that? That was the Jags game. It didn't really change much. Like, the scores are still going to be crazy simply because we play on 15-minute quarters. But it got a little tougher, especially running the football. So, not an easy route to the Super Bowl. There's some good teams on the NFC side that could certainly take us out. Worried about playing the Niners again, even though we'd have them at home this time. The Eagles are just in unfamiliarity. We would only see them in the championship game if they're able to make it. But it's playoff time, Detroit. We're finally there. Back-to-back seasons as NFC North champions and first-round bye recipients.